Hello friends, welcome to my channel Eccentric Learning. I hope you guys have gone through my previous videos on numbers and its classification, square roots and cube roots and so on. If not, the link has been given in the description box. Please go through it. Also, if you like my videos, then do subscribe my channel and share with your friends. In today's video, we are going to learn about the HCF and LCM of numbers. So I have divided this topic into two parts. In the first part, we'll be knowing what is HCF, what is LCM, and how we can calculate the HCF and LCM of numbers given to us. In the second part, we will be solving some word problems on HCF and LCM. So let us start with the first part. What is HCF? HCF of two or more numbers is the highest divisor which divides all the numbers completely. For example, if I take the number 4 and 6, so I want to find the highest divisor or the highest number which divides 4 and 6 completely. So we can see here 4 is nothing but 2 square and 6 is nothing but 2 into 3. So what is the highest number which will divide 4 and 6 both completely? So this is nothing but 2. Why? Because 2 is that number which will be dividing 4 and 6 completely. So the HCF of 4 and 6 is 2. In a similar way, we can find the HCF of two or more numbers. I'll be showing you two methods how to calculate HCF of numbers given to us. The first is the factorization method, and the second is the division method. So let us take one example here. Suppose if I have been given three numbers like 24, 36, and 66. So I have these three numbers 24, 36, and 66, and I want to find the highest common factor or the greatest common divisor of these three numbers. That is, what is the highest number which will be dividing 24, 36, and 66 completely. So let us first try to see the factorization method. So if we try to take the factors of 24, so this would be nothing but 2 cube times of 3. In a similar way, if we try to take the factors of 36, this would be 2 square times of 3 square. And if we take the factors of 66, this would be 2 times of 3 times of 11. So to calculate the HCF of these three numbers, that is 24, 36, and 66, I need to check the factor which is present in all these three numbers. That means I need to check the numbers which are present in 24, 36, and 66 as well. So here if you check, here we have 2 and 3, here also we have 2 and 3, here also we have 2 and 3. So we need to check the powers of 2 which is present in all the numbers. So here the power is 1, here the power is 2, and here the power is 3. So the lowest power of 2 which is present in all the numbers is 2 raised to power 1. So we'll be writing here 2 raised to power 1. In a similar way, here we have 3, here we have 3 square, here we have 3 raised to power 1 again. So again, we need to check the lowest power of 3 which is present in all the numbers. And in this case, this is 3 raised to power 1. Now, if you check here, 11 is present in 66, but it is not present in 36 or 24. So that's why we cannot take 11 as a factor of the HCF of these three numbers. So this would be simply 2 raised to power 1 into 3 raised to power 1, which is nothing but 2 times of 3. So that is 6. That is the HCF of the number 24, 36, and 66 is 6. That means the highest number is 6, which is dividing 24, 36, and 66 completely. Okay, so now let us try to see the division method of calculating the HCF of two or more numbers. So to use the division method, I need to take the lowest two numbers out of the three numbers given to us. So the lowest two number would be 24 and 36. So I need to divide 36 by 24. So here 24 times of 1 is 24 and the remainder is 12. Since the remainder is non-zero, so in this case, again, I need to divide the divisor by the remainder. So here it is 12 times of 2, 24. So again, the remainder is now 0. So now we can say that the HCF of 24 and 36 is 12. But again, we have a third number here, 66. So we need to include 66 as well. So whatever the HCF that we got for the first two numbers, I need to divide the third number by that number. So again, if we divide 66 by 12, so this would be 12 5s are 60 and the remainder is 6. Again, since the remainder is non-zero, so we need to divide the divisor again. So this is 12 and this would be 6 2s are 12 and the remainder is 0. So now we can say that the HCF of these three numbers is 6. So generally, when the numbers are small numbers or 2-digit or 3-digit numbers, we can use the factorization method. But when the numbers are big numbers, say like 4-digit numbers or 5-digit numbers, in that case, we can use the long method, that is the division method. Okay, so now let us try to see what is LCM or least common multiple. So LCM or least common multiple of numbers is the lowest number which is divisible by all the numbers. For example, if I have the number 4 and 6, so what is the lowest number which is divisible by 4 as well and which is also divisible by 6 as well? So since these are small numbers, so we can see that the lowest number is nothing but 12, or we can say that 12 is the LCM of this 4 and 6. Now, how can we calculate LCM of the numbers given to us? So let us try to take the same example, that is 24, 36 and 66. So let us again try to see the factors. So 24 is nothing but 2 cube times of 3. 36 is 2 square into 3 square. 66 is 2 times or 3 times of 11. So in the HCF thing, we have taken the lowest power of each numbers. But in case of LCM, we need to take the highest power of each of the prime factors here. So if we want to calculate the LCM of 24, 36 and 66, I need to take the highest power of each factor. So in case of 2, the highest power is 3. So I need to take 3 here. In case of 3, the highest power is 2. So I need to take 2 here. And in case of 11 also, we need to take the highest power, which is 1 in this case. So this would be 11 raised to power 1. So this is nothing but 8 times of 9 times of 11, which is 72 times of 11. So this is 792. So there is one more way of calculating the LCM. So just write all the numbers here, 24, 36 and 66, and try to factorize this number. So this would be 2 times of 12, 2 times of 18, 2 times of 33. So this would be 2 times of 6 again, 2 times of 9, and this would be 33. Again, I can divide it by 3. So try to take the common elements here. So this is 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 times of 11. Now again, you cannot divide further this 2, 3 and 11. So whatever the numbers we are left in this side, so the product of all these numbers would be the LCM. And this is nothing but 2 ka cube times of 3 square times of 11, which is same as 792. So in this way, we can calculate the LCM of numbers given to us. Okay, so now let us try to see the HCF and LCM of fractions. Suppose the fractions are n1 by d1, n2 by d2, n3 by d3, n4 by d4, and so on. So whenever we have fractions, HCF of fractions would be HCF of all the numerators upon the LCM of all the denominators. In a similar way, the LCM of fractions can be calculated as LCM of all the numerators upon the HCF of all the denominators. Just one thing we need to make sure that we have all these fractions in reduced form. Now, what does this mean? Suppose one of the fraction has been given as, say, 4 by 6. So instead of taking 4 as a numerator and 6 as the denominator, we need to reduce it in the reduced form, which would be 2 by 3. So for this fraction 4 by 6, we need to take 2 as the numerator and 3 as the denominator. Okay, so now let us try to find the HCF and LCM of these three fractions, 2 by 3, 4 by 9, and 10 by 12. If you look here closely, 10 by 12 is not in reduced form. So I need to divide the numerator and denominator by 2. So this would be 2, 5, and this would be 2, 6. So now the three fractions are 2 by 3, 4 by 9, and 5 by 6. So to calculate the HCF of these three fractions would be HCF of the numerator, which is 2, 4, and 5, upon LCM of the denominator, which is 3, 9, and 6. So here HCF of 2, 4, and 5, nothing is common. So the HCF would be 1. And LCM of 3, 9, and 6, if you calculate, this would be 80. In a similar way, if you want to calculate the LCM of these three fractions, so this would be LCM of 2, 4, and 5 upon the HCF of 3, 9, and 6. So what is the LCM of 2, 4, and 5? So this, if you calculate, this would be 20. And if you want to calculate the HCF of 3, 9, and 6, so what is common in 3, 9, and 6? This is 3. So the HCF of this three fraction is 1 by 18, and the LCM of this three fraction is 20 by 3. In this particular case, if you don't reduce this fraction 10 by 12 to 5 by 6, you'll be getting the same answer. But in some of the cases, you may get a wrong answer. So that's why it is always advisable that whatever the fraction you have, always try to take it in reduced form and then try to use this fraction formula to calculate the HCF and LCM of the fractions. Okay, so there is also a relation between two numbers and their HCF and LCM. So the relation is product of the two numbers is equal to the product of their HCF and LCM. Suppose if N1 and N2 are the two numbers and H and L are their HCF and LCM respectively, in that case we can say that the product of the two numbers, that is N1 times of N2, would be equal to the product of their HCF and LCM, which would be H into L in this case. For example, suppose if the two numbers are 4 and 6. Just a few minutes back, we have seen the HCF of 4 and 6 is nothing but 2, and the LCM of 4 and 6 is nothing but 12. So what is the product of 4 and 6? So this is 24. And what is the product of their HCF and LCM? This is also 24. So this is always true. That is, the product of two numbers is always equal to the product of their HCF and LCM. So I hope now you guys would be able to define what is HCF and what is LCM, and how can we calculate the HCF and LCM of numbers or fractions given to us. But still, if you have any confusion, I would suggest you to watch this video again. And still, if you have any doubts or queries, please put it in the comment box. I'll try to answer each one of your queries. So if you like my videos, then please do subscribe my channel and also share with your friends. I'll see you all in my next video. Till then, keep learning, keep sharing, and keep growing. Thank you.